Okay, today we're looking at Sri Nandhanam College of Engineering and Technology, located in Tirupathur, with the TNEA Code 1514. Now, if you're a student or a parent gearing up for the 2026 engineering admissions, listen closely. This information is absolutely critical for you. So, let's get straight to the facts.
All right, let's jump into the key admission facts for 2026. Look, for any aspiring student, the most pressing question has to be, what's the current status of this college? And honestly, this is probably the most important part of our discussion today.
So here's the most critical piece of information you need. Anna University has explicitly decided not to grant affiliation to this college for the 2024-25 academic year. Now, what does that actually mean for you? Well, it's simple. Without that university affiliation, a degree from this college isn't considered valid. For any family looking at admissions, this is a major, major red flag.
And the immediate result of losing affiliation, the college was completely removed from the TNEA government quota seat matrix for 2025. You know, that official list you use for counseling, it just wasn't on it. So students going through the government counseling process literally had no way to even select this college.
So you might be wondering, how did things get to this point? To really get the full picture, we need to step back a bit and look at the college's profile and its history. Okay, so on paper, what is this institution? Sri Nandhanam College of Engineering and Technology, or SNCET as it's known, is a self-financing college. It's also recognized as a linguistic minority institution for Telugu speakers, and the whole thing is managed by a body called the Sri Nandhanam Educational and Social Welfare Trust.
And that number, 1514, for years, that was the college's official TNEA code. It was the key identifier, you know, the number that every student would use to find and select it during the whole engineering admissions process. So let's trace its journey, shall we? The college is founded back in the early 2000s by the trust we just mentioned, and for a while it established the core engineering branches you'd expect under Anna University. But in more recent years, it's been facing a big challenge: declining admissions. And that drop in student numbers is really a key part of the story behind the non-renewal of its affiliation. And if we look back at the kind of BE and BTech programs it used to offer, you get a feel for its past academic focus. You had the usual suspects like computer science and mechanical, but also more specialized branches like biotechnology and even marine engineering.
Okay, let's switch gears and talk about the campus itself, the actual on-ground infrastructure and what the connectivity is like.
So, what about hostel facilities? Yes, the campus does have separate hostels for both boys and girls, and there's a common mess facility that serves both vegetarian and non-vegetarian food for the students staying there.
Now, how do students get there? The college runs its own fleet of buses from surrounding areas, which is pretty standard. And if you're traveling by train, the nearest major station you'll want to know about is Jolarpet Junction. It's a pretty big railway hub for that region. And just to give you an idea of the distance, the campus is located about 7 kilometers away from Jolarpet Junction. So for anyone coming in by train, it's a fairly short trip to get to the college. Now, before we wrap up, I want to be really clear about where this information comes from. Everything we've discussed today is based on data pulled from the college's own official website and from trusted government portals, all checked at the time we put this together.
So the single most important takeaway here is this: always double-check the very latest affiliation status of any college directly with Anna University and on official government portals before making your final decision. To continue your research and explore other engineering colleges, be sure to visit profsam.com. It's your true source for all 12th to engineering decisions.